Well, right now we're in the Webb Center. This is the first museum building that we constructed, and as you can kind of look around, we've got a lot of railroad stuff in here. Right here is a 1943 Fairmont motor car. We have a 37 Buddha. These are really neat, but they were a lot of work. The people had to wear IDs to work. You notice there's no covers on them to speak of. They were exposed to the weather. Very heavy. We come around to this corner, we have what we call the Webb corner. Watco, it's owners of the rails that go by here right now. They are a very large privately owned railroad. They're the largest family owned railroad, I think, in probably the world. But they've got over 50 railroads. They've got 5,000 employees. Their headquarters in Pittsburgh, Kansas. And as you look around, you can see a lot of the pictures of the history and the evolution of Watco. We also move over to the Santa Fe, which is a big railroad in this area and throughout the United States. We have quite a bit of stuff here that you can look through and take a look at. You know, all this stuff has been donated or on loan. As you come around, look at the back, you come on around to the Frisco, which is another real neat railroad. There's a lot of history with the Frisco. It's now part of the Burlington Northern, but it served this area a lot in the coal fields. As we move on down, we come past and into the Missouri Pacific corner. We have a lot of Missouri Pacific. That's the line that, when it was built in the 1880s, came through Corona. Yeah, it hauled a lot of coal. And that's the main reason the railroads came into this area. At the end of the Civil War, there was a big need for coal on their way west. The back, you can see a lot of real nice pictures. There's a lot of small memorabilia that's been donated. It's very interesting. If you like it, you need to just come in and look. The Katy, we've got pictures of the roundhouse there, and Mine 19 up there. And we move on around, we come on into what we call the Kansas City Southern corner. We have a real nice conductor's uniform. This gentleman had 35 years of service. They only were 2 passenger trains that were operated by the KCS, the Southern Belle and the Flying Crow. We've got representative materials from all of them. If you want to look at the display cases, you can see what we have. There's just too much to talk about. You have to see it yourself. We come over in this corner, and this is what is known as a velocipede. This was the exercise machine of its day, but it was work. You had to take the oil, the wicks, everything, and tend all the lanterns in a switch yard. The guy had to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. A lot of times they was 5-10 miles of track. As we come around in this corner, we call this the John Downs corner. John Downs was a real interesting gentleman. He carved all of these items, the locomotives, he did the wagons, he did the buggies. If you look real close, you notice the detail that John put into them. John started on these when he was 72 years old. I asked him to scale, and he said, I just made the wheels first and everything else to fit. The wheel arrangements on locomotives, if you don't know it, this is a 4-8-4. You count the wheels on the front, the ones in the middle, the ones on the end. And this was a Northern, it's 4-8-4. This is a 4-4-0. And that's real interesting. There's a whole lot of things that stem from the railroad industry that is really interesting. John also did some wooden models of Big Brutus. You can go out there and take a look at the Big Brutus. He liked to never got it out of his basement, but it's really nice. You can take a look at that. You over and see what's going on and 4 miles down the road. As we come around, there's more memorabilia. The J&P trolley lines, we do have quite a bit of stuff, really, because there's not a lot of it out there to collect. It's nobody thought about collecting it. We come on around to some more china. Those gongs that they go through, you see in the movies, they go ding, ding, dong. That's a set of those that come out of a passenger car, but you can see the different types of china and silverware that was used in, each railroad had their own design. Over here is our souvenir area. We do have a lot of things that we generate income to keep the lights on in here. We have quite a few books. There's anything and everything. If you're interested in railroad stuff, we have it.
Thank you, Larry.